Welcome to the intricate world of pharmaceutical manufacturing. It's a world where quality reigns supreme. At the heart of this realm lies EU GMP Annex 15. This guideline is essential for ensuring the quality, safety, and efficacy of pharmaceutical products. Annex 15 provides a comprehensive framework for qualification and validation activities. These activities are fundamental to GMP compliance. Annex 15 covers a wide range of processes. These include equipment qualification, process validation, cleaning validation, and more. By adhering to Annex 15, pharmaceutical manufacturers can demonstrate that their facilities, equipment, and processes consistently produce products that meet the highest quality standards. This essay will serve as your guide to understanding and implementing the key principles of Annex 15. This journey will empower you with the knowledge and tools to navigate the complexities of qualification and validation. We'll delve into the definitions of core terms, explore the stages of qualification, and examine different validation approaches. Join me as we unlock the secrets to mastering EU GMP Annex 15 and achieving pharmaceutical excellence. Before we dive into the specifics, it's crucial to establish a common understanding of the fundamental concepts within Annex 15. Let's start by defining three key terms: qualification, validation, and the lifecycle approach. Qualification, in the context of Annex 15, refers to the documented process of demonstrating that a specific piece of equipment or system is fit for its intended purpose. This involves a series of tests and verifications to ensure that the equipment operates correctly and consistently within its specified parameters. Validation, on the other hand, is a broader concept that encompasses the documented evidence demonstrating that a process, system, or activity consistently produces a product that meets predetermined quality attributes. In simpler terms, validation ensures that the entire manufacturing process, from start to finish, consistently yields a safe and effective product. Central to both qualification and validation is the lifecycle approach. This approach emphasizes that quality should be built into every stage of a product's lifecycle, from design and development through to manufacturing and distribution. This holistic perspective ensures that quality is not an afterthought, but an integral part of the entire process. Equipment qualification is a cornerstone of Annex 15. It's a systematic process that ensures your equipment is fit for purpose. This process consists of four key stages: design qualification, DQ, installation qualification, IQ, operational qualification, OQ, and performance qualification, PQ. Design qualification, DQ, is the first step. It focuses on ensuring that the equipment, as designed, meets the user requirements and intended use. This includes reviewing design specifications, drawings, and vendor documentation to confirm that the equipment is suitable for the intended application. Installation qualification, IQ, follows DQ. It verifies that the equipment is correctly installed according to the manufacturer's instructions and site-specific requirements. This includes checks on utilities, environmental conditions, and connections to ensure proper installation. Operational qualification, OQ, comes next. It demonstrates that the equipment operates correctly within its defined parameters. This stage includes testing the equipment's functionality, alarms, safety features, and critical operating parameters. Performance qualification, PQ, is the final stage. It confirms that the equipment consistently performs as intended under actual operating conditions. PQ involves running the equipment under real-world scenarios, using actual product or simulated product to verify its performance. By following these four stages of equipment qualification, pharmaceutical manufacturers can provide documented evidence that their equipment is fit for purpose, operates correctly, and consistently produces high-quality products. Process validation is another crucial aspect of Annex 15. It ensures that your manufacturing process consistently produces products that meet predetermined quality attributes. Annex 15 outlines three primary approaches to process validation: traditional continuous process verification, CPV, and hybrid. The traditional approach, also known as prospective validation, involves conducting a series of predefined runs, typically 3 consecutive successful batches, to demonstrate process consistency. While this approach is well established, it can be time-consuming and resource-intensive. Continuous process verification, CPV, is a more modern approach. It leverages real-time monitoring and control strategies to continuously verify process consistency. CPV relies on data analysis and statistical process control, SPC, to detect and address process variability. The hybrid approach combines elements of both traditional and CPV methods. This approach strikes a balance between establishing initial process understanding through traditional runs and implementing ongoing monitoring and control strategies for continuous verification. A pharmaceutical company manufacturing a sterile injectable product implemented CPV for their filling process. By implementing real-time monitoring of critical process parameters, such as filling volume, particulate matter, and environmental conditions, they were able to detect and address process deviations promptly. This resulted in improved process control, reduced batch variability, and a significant decrease in product rejects, ultimately enhancing product quality and reducing costs. Section 5. The crucial role of cleaning validation, ensuring product purity and safety. Cleaning validation is an essential aspect of pharmaceutical manufacturing. It ensures that your cleaning procedures effectively remove residues of previous products, cleaning agents, and other contaminants from equipment and surfaces. This is crucial to prevent cross-contamination and ensure product purity and safety. The primary goal of cleaning validation is to demonstrate that your cleaning procedures consistently reduce contaminants to an acceptable level. This involves establishing acceptance criteria for residues, typically based on toxicological data or product specifications. Effective cleaning validation involves several key steps. First, identify the worst-case scenario, considering factors such as product solubility, equipment complexity, and cleaning procedures. Next, develop and validate analytical methods to detect and quantify residues. Then perform cleaning studies to demonstrate the effectiveness of the cleaning procedures in removing residues to acceptable levels. By implementing a robust cleaning validation program, pharmaceutical manufacturers can minimize the risk of cross-contamination, ensure product quality, and comply with regulatory requirements. Section 6. Computerized Systems in Focus. Navigating CSV requirements for GMP compliance. Computerized systems play an increasingly critical role in modern pharmaceutical manufacturing. From process control and data acquisition to laboratory instruments and enterprise resource planning systems, computerized systems are integral to various operations. EU GMP Annex 11 specifically addresses computerized systems. It provides guidance on validating these systems to ensure data integrity, reliability, and compliance with GMP requirements. A risk-based approach is central to computerized system validation. This involves assessing the potential risks associated with a computerized system based on its intended use, complexity, and impact on product quality. Higher-risk systems require more stringent validation efforts. CSV encompasses the entire life cycle of a computerized system, from design and development to implementation, operation, and retirement. It involves documenting system requirements, testing functionality, and ensuring data integrity and security. By implementing a robust CSV program, pharmaceutical manufacturers can mitigate risks associated with computerized systems, ensure data integrity, and comply with GMP requirements. Section 7. Transport validation safeguarding product integrity throughout the supply chain. Transport validation ensures that pharmaceutical products maintain their quality and integrity during transportation and storage. This is crucial to ensure that products reach patients in the same condition as when they left the manufacturing facility. Temperature control is often a critical aspect of transport validation, especially for temperature-sensitive products. This involves mapping the temperature profile of the transport route, considering factors such as ambient temperature, duration of transport, and packaging materials. Transport validation studies typically involve simulating real-world transport conditions. This might include exposing products to temperature extremes, vibration, and shock to assess their impact on product quality. By conducting thorough transport validation studies, pharmaceutical manufacturers can identify potential risks during transportation and storage. This enables them to implement appropriate control measures, such as qualified packaging and temperature monitoring devices, to mitigate these risks and ensure product quality. Section 8. Staying ahead of the curve. Common regulatory observations and best practices. Regulatory agencies such as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and the European Medicines Agency regularly inspect pharmaceutical manufacturing facilities to ensure compliance with GMP regulations. These inspections often result in observations, which highlight areas where a company's practices may not fully meet regulatory expectations. Common observations related to Annex 15 include inadequate documentation, insufficient validation protocols, lack of risk assessment, and inadequate control of computerized systems. Understanding these common observations is crucial for pharmaceutical manufacturers to proactively address potential compliance gaps and maintain a state of inspection readiness. To stay ahead of the curve, pharmaceutical manufacturers should prioritize a culture of quality throughout their organization. This includes establishing robust quality systems, providing comprehensive training to employees, and fostering a mindset of continuous improvement. Section 9. Conclusion. Embracing a culture of quality for sustainable GMP compliance. Mastering EU GMP Annex 15 is not merely a regulatory checkbox exercise, it's an ongoing journey toward pharmaceutical excellence. By embracing a culture of quality and implementing the principles of qualification and validation, pharmaceutical manufacturers can ensure the consistent production of safe, effective, and high-quality products that meet the needs of patients worldwide. Remember, documentation is paramount. Every stage of qualification and validation requires meticulous documentation to demonstrate compliance and provide evidence of your efforts. This documentation serves as an audit trail, demonstrating your commitment to quality and regulatory adherence. As you navigate the intricate world of EU GMP Annex 15, remember that the life cycle approach is your compass. By integrating quality into every stage of your product's life cycle, from design to distribution, you can establish a robust and sustainable quality system that ensures the integrity of your products and the trust of your patients. Embracing a culture of quality, combined with a thorough understanding of Annex 15, is the ultimate recipe for success in the ever-evolving landscape of pharmaceutical manufacturing.